Hey everyone, we're back. As I said, we're in Dortmund Comic Con and we are here with Giorgio from GHeroes. So we're just going to go through, ask him who he is, ask him what he does, and find out a little bit about him. So let's get in there. So Giorgio, who are you?
Hi. Well, I am the GHeroes CEO and the EU distributor for XM. Yeah, this basically is my position, my role for the last 8 to 9 years. I started with XM in 2014.
And how did that start? Because I mean, were you a collector? Did you start off with other things? How did you get into that? How did that journey start?
Actually, I was not a statue collector before. It really happened by coincidence. We visited XM in 2014 in Singapore, and the way XM basically turned statues into life, it fascinated me. It really fascinated me. So, and actually I got hit by that. That's it.
And so you said that was back in 2013, 2014.
Yeah.
You've been doing that since. You are the European distributor. One of the questions as well, we'll jump straight in the deep end, is about pricing. So, there's some questions I do see online about how comes GHero price is at a similar price to what it is in Singapore dollars. So if it's 12.99 Singapore dollars, you price it as a very similar price in euros, so like 12.99 euro. Do you want to explain the pricing structure to me?
Yes. Okay. I try at least as good as I can. There are two different ways. It is the DC line, which is the license is completely covered by XM, which is for me a lot easier to calculate, and you can see that DC usually is always cheaper in compared to Marvel. Marvel is has to be bought from myself through my partner in Europe as well, and we pay, unfortunately, because it's Disney, we pay high royalty to Disney, and we have to make it official.
I was going to say that's quite important because without yourself, basically there wouldn't be XM Marvel in Europe.
Not officially, correct. Yeah.
So yeah, that's quite important to clear up, is that because of you paying that fee, you are the reason why it's officially there.
Yes, through my partners who luckily have a Disney license, which is really, really hard to get. You know, I'm really blessed to work with them. Also, I can mention the company's name. It is Semic from France, who supported me for the last actually 6 years.
And then kind of going back on to XM in general, I mean, what kind of pieces to you over the years for XM have stood out? Like what pieces, if someone says to you, okay, I want to start a collection, what 2 pieces do you recommend I would put in my collection? What are they?
1 or 2 pieces?
Do 2 this time. I know we did 1 last time, but you do 2 this time.
Well, number 1 still for me is Storm. And number 2, I'm sorry, I have to correct myself, it's Poison Ivy. Sorry, I forgot to mention her before.
That you've changed, you've gone off script.
I changed,
and
but I went through my memory.
For this, you said Hulkbuster, but okay.
Yeah, but it's Poison Ivy.
Yeah.
It's Poison Ivy.
And what makes those pieces stand out to you?
With Storm, the articulation, the way she really,
you don't act it out because you're getting me aroused.
Okay. And Poison Ivy, the detail. I mean, the tattoos, unbelievable. The skirts, the way. So, it's a mixture.
You're still dancing there for me.
Yeah. Well, I think I made my point clear on that.
I do love with Storm. I love the screaming head.
Exactly.
The only issue is it's kind of she's facing so up that it's hard to display. But if you can get that angle right, I absolutely, that's one of my favourite female portraits of that. I love that crazy, like maniacal laughing that she's doing. It's awesome.
The good thing is she has two heads,
Yeah.
so you can change.
No, but I'm saying, but I do love that head.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also, she does look great from the behind part of her as well. But
correct.
yeah. And then, okay, now moving on to the more kind of current pieces. Then, some of those, I mean, Storm and Poison Ivy are probably two of the hardest to get on the aftermarket. So now, with the current kind of pieces, which are maybe more accessible for people, which ones would you select there?
Yeah, for this year, definitely Planet Hulk.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that Aaron Ray Perez sculpt, I believe?
yeah. It's the sculpt, it's the type, and of course, this was an from the QC point of view, almost no damages at all.
Yeah.
Which is important, to mention, because QC is the standard for statues. Once there is let's say a lower QC, fans gonna suffer.
Yeah.
Collectors gonna suffer.
Well, also distributors will suffer because you get more returns.
Yes.
Or more
and more
complaints.
trouble.
Yeah.
And more complaints.
Okay, and so we're here with the Four Horsemen right in front of us here. So it'd be rude not to kind of mention those. So this is the work with Marco Plathe. Worked with XM on Eddie, I believe, as well.
Eddie, yes.
Also on the Shogun, and I think there are a few other pieces I can't think of at the moment. But also, also Sideshow, Punisher, and a few other bits. But these pieces are absolutely amazing. I mean, when I've seen the kind of images of them, seen pictures of them, a couple of promotional videos of them, it just doesn't really do it justice. You sort of then start getting them out of the box, you start assembling them, and you're like, holy shit, these are quite special. These are really well done.
Yeah.
Intricate, like so many things going on, and they're all unique as well. They've all got different things going on there. You got one on a beast, one on a horse, one on another kind of like dragon, and then one on one that looks like a thing from Tremors, like one of the worms there. It's just, ridiculous.
The dragon style, the part of Shogun is in it. I see some of the alien line in it. It's fantastic. It's fantastic.
There's definite references from different points for sure. I mean, you've got the kind of like the mech going on, you've got the creatures going on, you've got the skeletons, you've got there's so many elements there. I mean, and also it's great to have a line where you can just give it to the artist and it's their take on it, and there's like a lot of freedom. I'm assuming with this it would be more freedom than obviously working on licensed pieces. So XM must have, they can really excel with those then.
Yeah, I agree 100%. When you see Famine, for example, my favorite basically is Death.
Same, exactly the same.
It's like the way the horse jumps up with Death on it. The lantern, the kind of skull, with the open jaw, it's amazing.
I think it's an hourglass. I think it's actually...
Yeah, I think it's an hourglass.
My interpretation of this is he's holding an hourglass out. The hourglass has run down, and he's basically saying, your time is up, I've come for you.
Your time is up.
That's how I get from that.
Good. It's a good impression. Yeah.
I love the head as well that's on there. The skeleton head is ridiculous. I love it.
Yeah.
I know the hooded one's quite good as well, but yeah. So moving on anyway. So I mean, if people want to get in touch with you, if they want to order within Europe, how can they do that?
Well, pretty easy. It's GHeroes. We on Instagram, Facebook, all the other big social media channels, or you go on our website, www.xm-studios.shop, and you're there.
I'll try and put a link in the description as well. I want to thank everyone for watching, and do the usual like, comment, subscribe, share, and check out GHeroes. Thank you.
Thank you.